right? Just like an arm bar. We're going to run into them. Now, the problem is, you need to know how to run an arm bar. Right? Because I see this stuff all the time. How many of you guys seen Pitch Request? How many of you guys seen Pitch Request? Great wrestling movie. Bad technique. But great wrestling movie. You should check it out. Dominance too. Anyway, here, the problem is when guys run an arm bar, is they sit. They sit here, like this, and they run around the side. That's not pressure. It's not pressure if your hips come out from underneath you. You don't want to run a bar here. Okay? How you want to run a bar, if I was running just a regular bar here, I'm going to put his shoulder into his ear. His shoulder into his ear. Here. That's pressure. That's pressure. Okay? And we're going to do the same thing with our single wrist. So walk me through the breakdown. Go ahead. Here. This is where we are, right? Right? Is this where you guys were?
Yes.
That's correct. Sometimes? Alright, we need to get there all the time. Right? Alright. So I'm on my toes. I'm going to run like a bar. Elbow to elbow. I go elbow to shoulder to drop his shoulder. Now it goes like a bar, right? Sit up on it. Get a better look this way. More attentive. Alright? Here. Now, elbow in the shoulder. And just like I said before, I'm going to shoulder into the ear, elbow to the mat. So I get up on my knees, on my toes, sorry. And I'm going to use my hips to drive behind the elbow. Okay? This is where all my weight is. Those of you guys with a big butt like me, you get a lot of pressure behind the elbow. Okay? A lot of pressure. See how we went down already? A lot of pressure here, putting his shoulder into his ear. Now I put his elbow on the mat, and I cover. Back. Okay? Here, bust forward, back knee in front, pull, leg in hand. I drive forward, I step up. On 2 toes, driving behind the elbow with my hip. Remember, even if I let go of this wrist and I just have my hands here, watch my hips drive that arm. Right, now you know how important this is. It's important. Let's get back to the basics. So here, elbow to elbow, elbow to shoulder on my toes. Driving back with my knee, and then I start walking it up. Shoulder in his ear, elbows on the mat, and I cover. I want to see one more time. Here, our base position. Elbow to elbow, elbow to shoulder. Now, my back knee pushes back, right? You can see, when I push back here, I have him spread open on this side. He's spread open. He can't move. Now, hip behind the elbow, pressure in, elbow in the shoulder, here in the shoulder, elbow to the mat, up. Now, I'll use this one, and I have another move that helps complement it. You might think that it doesn't work. It does. It does. I hit on a really good kid once. Really good kid, big match on the line. Our team was going in a battle for the national championship in high school against teams from St. Edwards, Ohio. Pretty tough kids. And I'm wrestling a kid who was ranked first in the country. Once I got this single wrist on, guys, lights out. I'll show you a brief summary of how it went. I run like a bar. He fight his way back down to his belly. I would start, now how do you counter, get back up, how do you counter a bar? If I had a bar in here, how would you counter it? Clamp down, right? Belly down on it, clamp down on it, right? If I'm running this arm up, he's gonna clamp it down, right? It's the same thing with a single wrist. single wrist, and I start running like a bar here, a lot of guys will try to clamp down on me. So I keep a hand underneath, and I'll run it like a bar, and when he goes to clamp down, I'll throw a half. I teach my guys gymnastics. I teach my little guys gymnastics because it comes into play. This is just a little cartwheel on your head. Cartwheel on your head. You can finish any way you want. I put my weight on that arm real quick. You can come back, lay on top of them, finish however you like, your preference. Spiral, here, leg, step up, I'm going to run it like a bar. Now he's trying to clamp down, but I want to run it like a bar. I'll take my hand out, start chopping on the bar side. If he tries to clamp it down and I don't want it, I want to run it like a bar, right? Keep your hip underneath it so he can't get it down. Start chopping this arm out. Chop it out. Run, run, run. Shoulder is in his ear, right? You see that? Elbow on the mat. Cover. I'm giving you two things to play with. That's one. Hit 5 like that. Hit 5 when you run like a bar. Back knee in front. Shoulder in his ear, elbow to the mat. Then come back. Start to run it like a bar. Keep a hand underneath. Keep a hand underneath. And when he clamps down, throw a half. Jump it. Let's get 10 pins right now. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Hustle.